Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Amelia Lady B, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time visiting my channel, I would like to welcome you. Go ahead, click the subscribe button and also click on the little bell for notifications of when the next time I post. Today, I'm going to be talking about coping mechanisms for women who are dealing with menopause. Specifically surgically induced, but any type of menopause counts. But most definitely women who are like in my situation where I had to have a radical hysterectomy due to endometriosis. And there's a lot of women who actually are in the same predicament that I am in, who've had to have hysterectomies, whether it be partial or radical hysterectomies, to, I guess, eliminate, or because the endometriosis, in my case, the endometriosis was so bad that it pretty much destroyed my reproductive system. So I had to have it removed, kind of really to save my life, because I have women with fibroids and PCOS who also have to have hysterectomies. I'm going to be talking about the coping mechanisms today because menopause sucks, okay? Absolutely sucks. So stay tuned. If you think this message is for you, someone you know, let them know about this video because it's gonna be good. Hey, so I'm back. So let's get right into it. So I did a previous video talking a little bit about my journey. Just a little bit. So you can check that video out. I'll put it somewhere. So most definitely you'll be able to check that out. But I'm talking today about coping mechanisms for women in menopause because it's very stressful. Surgically induced menopause is just a tad bit different than going through the change, because the body is gradually going through an actual change, and it's something that can be expected, like you're gradually going through it. Versus surgically induced menopause, once you have that surgery, you are immediately, your body like goes into like a shock, and you immediately begin exhibiting the symptoms of menopause. So while I was in the hospital, I was having hot flashes. When I got out of the hospital, now I'm back home, all that jazz. It's been about coming up to 4 years. It'll be 4 years in December, for me since my surgery. But since that time, more and more symptoms of menopause have been occurring. So such as insomnia. I have insomnia very bad. It's weight gain. Oh my gosh, mood swings. Most deaf. I actually did a video about that. You gotta check that out. Mood swings and a lot of other things. Dryness. I mean, the list really does go on. A lot of people will say, for weight gain, well, I didn't gain any weight, but once again, everyone's body is different. So just like with endometriosis is different in every woman. We do all experience pain for the most part, but our bodies are just different. And so for me, I gained weight, and also I gained weight also due to the fact that I was kind of like on bed rest, you can say, for quite some time, because I had additional surgeries to my hysterectomy. So that's a whole nother other story, and I don't want to get into that right now. But and so because I didn't get cleared for exercise until almost a year later, I put on some pounds. So you're eating, you're laying down, you're doing minimal walking, which isn't really enough, especially with the food that you're intaking. So yeah, went through a whole lot, depressed mood, all that jazz. And so that's a lot of things that having a radical hysterectomy or a hysterectomy in general does do to you, because I think women think what they don't tell you, what doctors forget to tell you, is that you may experience depression. Yeah. And so, it could be because my doctor was male. I don't know. I love him dearly. But, most men don't really understand what a woman really goes through. I think a lot of times people think of it as, I've actually been told this, and I kind of chewed somebody's head off for saying it to me. And they said, well, at least you're not in pain anymore, so you should be grateful for that. I'm sorry, but you're not me. You don't have my body. You're not a woman. And if you are a woman, how insensitive are you to even say that? Because, you are going through, we go through the depression because it's like a grieving process. You feel less than a woman once you have a hysterectomy, especially if you're a woman of childbearing age and you desire to have a family. If you don't have one, especially if you don't have one already, like you don't have any children, that really kind of sucks. But that's not what I was here to talk about. I wanted to talk about the coping mechanisms, but just to give you an idea of what it is and what happens to a woman when she is going through surgically induced menopause. So the first coping mechanism I have is to exercise. Exercise, if you're cleared for the exercise. Get this correct. If you're cleared. If you are cleared to exercise, go ahead and do so. Depending on when you had your surgery, though, I would really highly recommend for you to start slow. So maybe not heavy cardio or maybe boxing, kickboxing, that kind of thing. Maybe you want to start off with walking, doing a little bit, maybe 30 minutes at a time, 30 minutes a day of walking. You don't want to do any push-ups or anything like that. Leg lifts, things like that, because your body, you went through the surgery, so you probably have some scars and it's still a little bit painful, so you really want to be mindful of that. Look at that. I'm having a hot flash right now. This is crazy. Now you can see what I'm going through. But yeah, okay, so exercise. So yes, you want to take it slow. If it has been a while and you are definitely cleared, go ahead, get you a gym membership. Get you if you want a gym membership, definitely get a gym membership. I highly recommend boxing, honey, because when I am stressed out, I'm mad at people or whatever, and you can't fight. You don't want to fight people. You want to be violent. Go ahead, sign up for boxing, because you can hit that boxing bag as hard as you want to and get all of that frustration out. Trust me, it works. Okay, if you're trying to be financially fit, you really don't, it doesn't work with your budget to join a gym, look online. I go on Instagram. I mean, there's a lot of different, it's fitness everywhere. And so go on there, find you somebody that you follow, even go on YouTube. Listen, YouTube got it all. So go onto YouTube, find you a workout for 30 minutes, maybe for an hour, and train like that. Whatever you do, go ahead and try to get exercise. Exercise is really, really good for the body. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health as well. It gets the body, the blood flowing, because when you're stressed, emotional stress really is like the biggest, the worst stress. And it drains you even more. It really takes a lot from you. And I think a lot of people don't really realize that. They think it's just like work stress or just, general stress. I don't know. But emotional stress is a lot. I don't know if you ever realize when you're sad that you immediately, it's like you feel heavy and like you just want to sleep. Or maybe just eat something, or you just want to be left alone and just sleep. That's fatigue. And so when you're stressed like that, it actually causes inflammation in the body, and the inflammation actually causes you to be fatigued. So when you're exercising, the blood is flowing through your body. It's getting all of your dopamine, your serotonin going. It's pumping. It's getting you moving. And so I just highly recommend the exercise. It's just really good for your health, for everything. The second thing here, look at my notes, is I like to write, But definitely find a something that you enjoy doing that kind of brings you peace. So I could say art for artists, to draw, to paint. I like painting with a twist. I know different places calls it different things, like painting in wine. I don't know, but painting with a twist, I love it. It was so therapeutic for me. I went with a friend. It was my first time going like a month ago, I think. And so it was so therapeutic. I felt so good. It's like, because I was so concentrated. You're so concentrated on the canvas and you want it to look nice and look just like how the presenter has it. And so I don't know, it's just something about it. It feels really good. I like to write. Writing is my thing. I've always been that way since a little girl. I've kept diaries, I want to say, since I was like in elementary school. I've always had a diary. And so writing for me is a release, because what I can't say, I just write. So writing, but also I like music. I love music. So sometimes I'll listen to instrumental, so jazz, or I'll listen to classical. That's my judge. So classical music, or even I'll play my instrument. I play the flute. So a lot of times, I know when I was in middle school, that's when I actually started playing. When I was in middle school, and I used to come home so stressed out from just drama at school. And when I would play my flute, I would start crying, but I felt so good. And so, yes, that's one of my outlets as well. So it's writing, it's playing my flute, it's listening to music. Some people play sports, they go outside, basketball, whatever it is. Yes, girls play basketball too. But whatever that thing is that takes you to your happy place, or that just calms you down, I highly suggest you find that and you do it when you become stressed out, when you're in that mood, when you're in that menopausal mood. I would really highly recommend doing that. The third thing is therapy. Yes. I have a whole video on that as well. I highly recommend therapy. I myself am seeing a therapist. No shame in my game, because I'm getting myself together. Okay? Therapy is like, you're able to talk to a person that doesn't know you personally, and you can tell them anything. Like, whatever you're feeling, literally. If you're angry with someone, if you're angry with yourself, if you're angry with God, if you're angry with, it doesn't matter who it is. You can talk about it. You can talk about your feelings. But the good thing about it is they also help you with coping mechanisms as well. They help you not only just to recognize those feelings, but how to bring yourself down from those feelings, recognizing how you feel, and then helping you to come out of that feeling, to change your way of thinking about yourself, to change your way of thinking about the situation, and to even give you steps on how to move past or move forward. It's recognizing that you have feelings, very much so validating your feelings, because it's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel how you feel. But at the same time, so how can I not allow this to impact the rest of my life so hard or so bad, so to speak? So I really highly recommend therapy. Definitely check out my video that I did on endometriosis in Black girls, and then endometriosis and mental health, menopause and mental health. I talk about all of this stuff related to mental health, because it is very important. I think we as women, we neglect ourselves a lot, because we wear so many different hats, and we take care of so many different things. And the one person we forget to take care of is ourselves. And so I really highly encourage you to really think about your self-care and what you do to help you out. You're always there for friends, you're always there for family, but you have to be there for you as well. You got to show up for yourself because nobody else is showing up for you. So you got to show up for yourself. And so I encourage you to just keep pushing, keep moving forward. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. You're normal. This happened. This happened to us. And it takes a village. So we got to like stick up for each other. We got to be there for one another because we are Hister sisters. You know, we are endo sisters. We are PCOS sisters. We are fibroid sisters. We are infertility sisters. If you're battling with cancer, we are cancer sisters. In the name of Jesus, you are healed. And so we just have to be there and be that light and just be a support system for all of us. We all have to be a support system for one another. And so yeah, so that's it. If you're not following me on my social media, on Instagram, go ahead and follow me, Millennial and Menopause. Check out my website, millennialandmenopause.com. I have a blog and you'll be able to see all of my YouTube videos on my website. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope to see you soon on my next video. I hope to see you on my Instagram. Go ahead, shoot me a DM if you have any questions. Leave a question down below in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll be back with another video soon.